Hey Harley, just sending this video to go over a couple more practice problems as you're working on 3-6 in your algebra book. This is on introducing y, and a couple things we need to remember when we're doing these problems is it depends on what the directions is asking us for. So over here you'll see it says, first one in pink says solve for x in terms of y, and when we're doing that, we need our answer to be x equals and then whatever is on the other side. So remember, x should be by itself when the directions say solve for x in terms of y. If the directions say solve for y in terms of x, we need the y to be by itself. So we'll have y equals and then whatever is on this side. Okay, so that's really important that when you're doing your schoolwork that you notice what the directions say and make sure that you follow these rules. Okay, so the first one we're going to do is this is going to be number 4 on your worksheet. So we're going to write a number 4 here. That is number 4 on your 3-6 worksheet, and the directions say to solve for x in terms of y. So we need to solve the problem x minus 4 equals y. And this problem, we want to get x by itself because this is solve for x in terms of y, so x by itself. And so in order to do that, we need to move the 4 over. So when we look at this 4, we see that it's minus 4. We have a negative sign in front of it. So if we have minus 4, we're going to have to do the opposite, which is if we're subtracting 4, we need to add 4 here, and that's going to make this 0 because negative 4 plus 4 is 0. And whatever we do here, we're going to have to do the same thing over here, so we're going to have to add 4 over here. Now when we do this, we're going to cancel this out. That's done. And we're going to have x by itself now, right? And then we have y plus 4. We don't know what y is, so we can't actually solve this any further. So we're just going to write y plus 4, and that's your answer. Okay, that's number 4, problem 4 on your homework sheet. Okay, and the next problem is going to be problem 12. Come over here, problem 12. Can you see that? All right, number 12, also on 3-6 worksheet. And this problem is 144 over y equals x. And again, in this set of problems at the bottom of your worksheet, it says solve for y in terms of x. So we want y by itself this time. And so in order to get y by itself, we're going to, I'm going to move this over. It's a little too close to my problem. I'll put that over there. We want to get y by itself, so we're going to look, change my color here, we're going to look at our denominator here, right? And we see we have this as a fraction, so what we did in the last lesson, we had to look at our denominator, we had to put whatever is here, we have to put it here over 1 and multiply. And we're going to do the same thing over on this side, we're going to put y equals 1, okay? So now we have y over 1 times 144 over y equals x times y over 1. And so now we're going to cancel out the y's because we can cross cancel them. And now we're left with 144. And we can drop the 1 because 144 over 1 is still 144. That's a whole number fraction. And we're going to equal x over, or x times y, excuse me. And we can get rid of the 1 too here. So now we have x times y. Well, we haven't solved the problem yet because now we have x and y together, but we just want y by itself. So in order to get y by itself, we're going to look at x and y. xy is really x times y. And remember, when we are multiplying on the side of the, wherever the variable is at that we're trying to get by itself, if we're multiplying here, we have to divide. We have to use the opposite operator. So in order to do that, we're going to divide this by the other variable or the other number. In this case, it's a variable. So since we want y by itself, we're going to divide by x because we want to move x over. And then whatever we do here, we're going to have to do the same thing over here. Okay? And then we're going to be left with 144 over x. These are going to cancel out, equals y. Okay? Now, in a problem like this too, if you remember in your reading, you can go back and look at this. The very end of this chapter, he talks about how in the very beginning, you can do a very quick step and you could just switch these. You could just switch these. So the x could go where the y is, and the y could go in the x. And if you see here, that's exactly what we end up with. Okay? So in these problems, this kind of problem, this works. Okay? But if you have any questions, let me know. Hope this is helpful. Thanks, bye.